Yeah.
What you do as an actor is?
Trust my instincts. That's all you have. That scene that you just saw was improvised.
Meaning what?
Well, good question, if I may say so, because there's some improvisations.
The first one.
You just improvise.
Yeah.
In other words, you say this scene is about this. You guys got to know that this is happening, this is happening, this is happening. Just improvise it. Another scene is written. You'll do it a few times, written, and then you'll play. You'll leave the dialogue, just like in jazz. There can be notes or whatever. Or refrain is da ba 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 ba. Those are the lines that are written. Now you go off those any way you want. So you can improvise that way, right? In this case, we knew what the lines were, and Redford was rather brilliant in this movie because he was the producer, he found the project, and one of the first things he said to me was, you know what we should do? We should memorize not only our own lines in every scene of the movie that we're in together, but we should memorize each other's lines. And then we should interrupt each other anytime we want. So you may be saying to someone at the door, hi, I'm Carl Bernstein, and he said, I may take over and say Bob Redford, or you're liable to say and he may say Carl Bernstein, and so that we don't know what we're doing. And in that particular scene, I think it was, I can't remember, it was all one of ours dialogue. And then we just threw it out and we say, we'll just both take this dialogue and run with it and improvise on it.
Do you like to do that? Do you like to go off the page?
In movies, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Because there's nothing like, there's nothing better than the moment. It's the moment. That's a big screen. That's 70 feet of whatever, of people up there. And I remember Marlon Brando said when he was my icon when I first started, and he had said in an interview, he said he was watching all those candid cameras. He couldn't stop watching those candid cameras. He learned more. Because in those candid cameras, you really learn what real people do. And when you're improvising, it stops you from acting. It stops you from knowing the way you're going to... This is improvising a little bit. I'm doing better at this right now than if I had to learn a lot
before.
I wasn't very good.
Yeah, but pretty soon you were good.
I don't know when. I do know that when I did Midnight Cowboy, I connected with the character, something you said earlier, because I knew that was me. We have in acting the term the as if, or the what if. In other words, we pretend something in order to get it closer to yourself. What if, as you said, I hadn't found acting? What if? Well, I don't think there would have been any in between for me. I think I would have wound up, I could very well have wound up homeless. And I felt I was that character. That's me if I don't find acting. The essence of that guy. I mean, really down and out. My wife and I have this thing that whenever we see someone on the street, today they call them homeless people, but in those days when we did Midnight Cowboy, that was not the term that was used. But those people have been with us throughout the centuries. And whenever we see someone on the street, I mean, homeless today is much more complicated because they say someone could be 2 paychecks away from being homeless, you know. But I'm speaking of the person who for other reasons are in not Vietnam and not drugs, but whatever. But we always say, what's the baby picture? And I remember when I was doing Ratso, I thought that. And if we see someone on the street, you just think of the baby picture. And what happened? What year was it? Was it when they were, 6 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old? Where was the fork? Where is the fork that brought them to this?